Can you be a believer and not enjoy God? Well, I think that it is probably possible for a person to, the old-fashioned word, to backslide and to, in a sense, fall into a path of trying to enjoy sin more than God. And so, I think of David, I think of Peter, sort of the notorious biblical examples. And in a real sense, what ends up happening is that a Christian can become sort of short-sighted and drift off to the far country thinking that there's a greater pleasure. The reality, though, ends up being that when a Christian does that, they become painfully aware that whatever the sin is or the sins are, they're never going to find the satisfaction of what they're looking for. In fact, they're going to be painfully aware that this is a suit of clothes that no longer fits them, and they're going to know it. The person who can actually, in a sense, abandon God and pursue the pleasures of this world and not feel that pain is in a very, very, very dangerous place. In fact, that person may well not be converted at all. When a believer does it, he is aware that he's in the far country and there is something that God has put into him or her by regeneration that in a sense makes them realize that I'm actually missing out on something far better when I walk away from God. And so God rescues his backsliding children, and sometimes he does it by means of threat of discipline or judgment or the consequences of sin. But other times he reminds us that it's his kindness that leads us to repentance, and we are to we're to taste and to see that the Lord is good, that the Lord is kind, and so God can use that to draw us back to himself.